I reject the practice of worshiping or venerating saints.
I can agree with him halfway there. All Catholics, the Catholic Church, would also reject the practice of worshiping saints. Now, venerating saints, that's interesting why he would say that he rejects that. Maybe he'll explain it. Let's see what he says.
Violation of Exodus 20 verse 4.
He just said that the veneration of saints is a violation of Exodus 20 verse 4. That's very interesting because Exodus 20 verse 4 says this. Let me pull it up really quick. And actually, before we start with verse 4, let's read the preceding verses. It says this: I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. So he is saying that venerating saints contradicts Exodus 20 verse 4, which, let me just reread it. You shall not make for yourself a graven image of or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. What does that have to do with the veneration of saints? Is he saying that because we make images of saints, we have icons and we have statues of saints, that violates Exodus 20 verse 4? Does he know that Exodus 20 verse 4 comes right after verse 3, where it says, you shall have no other gods before me? So Exodus 20 verse 4 is actually talking about gods, because the people that this was written to in the time that this was written, the people that it was given to, this was given to God's people Israel in a time when all of the other surrounding nations, all of the pagan nations, were actually worshiping the birds of the sky, creatures of the land, creatures of the sea. They were actually worshiping. That's what it means. Nothing in the heaven or on the earth or below in the waters, because all of the pagans that surrounded the Israelites, that's what they were worshiping. They were worshiping creatures, air creatures, land creatures, sea creatures. That's what pagans do. That's kind of what pagans are known for. And Exodus 20 verse 4 is clearly a prohibition of that. Is this guy actually going to argue that Catholics worship wind creatures and land creatures and creatures of the sea? Because that's what Exodus 20 verse 4 is talking about. And I wonder if this guy has ever realized this. Verse 4 says, you shall not make of yourself a graven image, right? Or because Protestants, that's all they say. They say no graven images, no graven images, no graven images. Do they realize that these 10 commandments that were given to Moses were given on tablets? 2 tablets with the 10 commandments. Do they realize that the tablets themselves that the 10 commandments are written on, those tablets are graven images? A graven image is any image that has an engraving on it. That's what a graven image is. The tablets that the 10 commandments were written on are graven images. Yeah, they're images, they're carved. The 10 commandments were carved right into stone tablets. Those are graven images, those 2 tablets that the 10 commandments were written on. So if they take it to the logical conclusion of no graven images, then Moses should have smashed those tablets and broken those tablets into 1,000,000 pieces, because no graven images. Oh, but if you keep reading where it says no graven images, oh, he's talking about, the gods that were worshipped by all of the surrounding tribes, the tribes that surrounded Israel, all of the pagan groups. Yeah, so Exodus 20 verse 4 doesn't work when it comes to the veneration of saints.